first, then I will do it. So it is asking you find limit x tends to 1. No, it is given to you that limit x tends to 1, fx minus 2 upon fx plus 2. This is given to you as 0. And they are asking you to find out what will be limit x tends to 1 fx. Okay, beta? So you are already given this and you have to find out what happens to limit x tends to 1 fx. I am giving you a moment. Try to solve this yourself, then we will do it together. Just try to do this. Post your answers on the chat window. So I have to go ahead and use a very important rule here, that when I say limit x tends to a fx by gx, है ना बेटा? So I can go ahead and I can just put this limit separately in the numerator and separately in the denominator. So beta, this can become limit x tends to a fx by limit x tends to a gx. So whenever you have limit for the fraction, you can take it separately to the numerator and separately to the denominator. तो यही हम यहाँ पे करने वाले हैं. That is exactly what I am going to go ahead and do. So have a quick look at this solution that I have done. So here I was given that I want to go ahead and I want to tend the limit for the fraction, है ना? So what can I do? I can take this limit separately to the numerator, take this limit separately to the denominator. तो बेटा जब न्यूमरेटर में दी तो मेरा आ गया लिमिट x टेंड्स टू 1 fx minus 2. कांस्टेंट की लिमिट तो नहीं लगेगी, so it will be limit x tends to 1 fx minus 2. And similarly, when I take this in the denominator, what will I get? I will get limit x tends to 1 fx plus 2. So what I have done is the limit which existed for the fraction, I have taken that limit separately for numerator and separately for denominator. अलग-अलग हमने दोनों के लिए ले ली है. Now बेटा, just notice that this is given to me that this is equal to 0. है ना? This is equal to 0. So beta, if numerator by denominator is equal to 0, can I just take denominator here? Yes, ma'am. So numerator will simply be 0 into denominator. 0 into denominator means 0 only. So that means I can simply equate numerator to 0. So that is what I have done in the next step. That if this fraction is equal to 0, that simply means that the numerator is equal to 0. So I get limit x tends to 1, fx minus 2 is equal to 0. But can I take 2 on the right hand side? I can. And that is exactly what I have gone ahead and I have done in the next step. So in the next step, what I have done is, if limit x tends to 1 fx minus 2 is 0, this means that limit x tends to 1 fx will be 2. So the correct answer to this question should simply be 2. That limit x tends to 1 fx, that is going to be 2. Is that clear? Everyone tell me a yes, a no. I hope this is making sense to you. Come to question number 3. Again, I will give you some time. Try to solve this yourself, then I will do it better. Take a moment. Try to do it yourself first. So you are given that limit x tends to 4 minus x upon 2 minus root x. You have to find this value. Very simple. Try to do this yourself. Give me the answer to this question. What should this be? I am giving you a hint. Try to write numerator as a factor. So try to use this rule that a square minus b square will be a minus b into a plus b. बेटा if you directly solve this, you will get 0 by 0 form ना. अगर x को directly यहाँ लिखा, अगर x की जगह पे यहाँ पे 4 और यहाँ 4 लिख दिया, तो you will get 0 by 0 form. That is not right. So you should try and use a square minus b square, which is nothing but a minus b into a plus b, and try to solve this. So let me know what the answer should be. Okay, so you are saying answer should be 4. Let's see if that's correct. Okay, so let's start. So see that beta numerator has been broken down into a minus b, a plus b. So how can I do that? Very simple. So I have 4 minus x, that means 2 minus root x into 2 plus root x. A minus b, a plus b is a square minus b square. तो बेटा न्यूमरेटर को हमने ऐसे लिख लिया. Denominator is 2 minus root x. So what happens? This and this gets cancelled. And what do I get? I get limit x tends to 4, 2 plus root x. Only this is left. Right? Now you can just put 4 instead of x. So instead of x, if you put 4, what will you get? 2 plus root 4, that means 2 plus 2, that means 4. So the correct answer to this question is simply 4. It is simply 4.